Hans Andersen Fairytales. The Emperor's New Clothes. The Emperor's New Clothes. Once there was an emperor so fond of beautiful clothes that he spent all his fortune on them. His only concern was to display his latest outfit. He had a different one for every hour of every day. One day, two swindlers arrived at court and told everyone they could make marvelous cloth which had the magical quality of being invisible to anyone who was stupid or bad at their job. The emperor decided to have roads made so he could tell which of his counselors were clever and good at their jobs. The pair hid the silk and gold threads the emperor gave them and pretended to work on the empty loom. The emperor wanted to know how the weavers were doing, but was worried by the thought that incompetent and silly people could not see the cloth. Not that he really thought this would happen to him. Nevertheless, he sent the prime minister to see first, just in case. The wise and able man could see nothing, but was much too clever to say so. Instead, he told the weavers it was wonderful cloth and they were doing well. The same thing happened to the next wise and able counselor the emperor sent. He too was worried he would be thought incompetent and silly, and so said he could see the wonderful cloth. When the emperor eventually looked at the loom, he was horrified to see no cloth, and so he too pretended he could, for fear that people would think he was not fit to rule. The weavers worked all night, watched by the townspeople, and pretended they were sewing the finished cloth into clothes, and the next day they dressed the emperor in his new robes, ready for a procession. He stood in front of the mirror and admired the clothes he could not see. All the people also shouted in admiration of the emperor's new clothes, for fear they would be considered stupid, until the voice of a small boy was heard in the crowd. "But he has no clothes on." The emperor shivered as he realized the dreadful truth, and all the crowd started to laugh. The end.